Hi, my name is Philip Wynn, and I'm here at the Aptucxet Trading Post Museum talking a lot about Wampanoag Day, celebrating Wampanoag Day here. And it's a celebration of heritage, culture, and traditions. And the public is welcome, and I brought with me today a lot of things that had to do with traditional archery. So I was exhibiting two main longbow styles, a straight traditional longbow here on the right, and this is made from hickory. And this would be very traditional. You would see many Eastern cultures, a lot of Atlantic coastal cultures, including us Wampanoag people, having this in the history of our folks. It was used for hunting, large and small game. It was used for fowling and getting birds, and it was even used for fishing. So pretty much all seasons hunting, this would be used by the men in our families back then. And this is a little different style of bow. A lot of people call it the double bow, and you can see the two bows and how it earned its name there. And big difference between these is that with this one, in the double bow, you can adjust the draw weight by cranking this or easing it off. So this could be very helpful in transitioning from small game hunting to large game hunting. And it also shoots a lot cleaner. So we've been kind of taking a look and comparing these two and what people used to live off the land a lot back then, and learning about how they're made, what they're made out of, and how people did it living off the land centuries ago.
Cha-waniki-san. It's a beautiful day today, right? Go on, we're the Wampanoag Nation singers and dancers, and we're proud to be up here and proud to be able to share with you some of our ancient songs and our old style of dances, and hopefully you all will be able to come and help us out with some of these songs and some of these dances. We have been dancing in places like this here within Wampanoag territory for many thousands of years, and it was one of the many things that we like to do as a people. One of the things to remember is that Wampanoag folks, we weren't busy scraping an existence out of the landscape here. We had a very rich and active culture, and we still maintain that today, although we have many other responsibilities now. One of the things to remember is that we did not work long days like many of you folks do now, that you face an 8-hour, 10-hour workday, plus all the things that you have to do at home. For us, traditionally, we were able to maintain a very nice home, actually two homes if you really think about it, a winter home and a summer house, and we would be able to maintain two different locations. So many folks today dream of, and some folks are lucky enough to have a beach house and have an inland home. Our ancestors had that commonly, and we were able to maintain both of those houses and the lands and gardens and hunting and fishing and farming and trading and traveling and ceremonies and dances, weddings, etc., with only typically about 2 to 3 hours of work per day, and sometimes in the wintertime as little as like 1 hour of work per day. So most of your free time was taken up with singing, dancing, storytelling, and talking about history and culture, talking about theories and ideas of creation and the creation of things and our ancient understanding of things, understanding and honing our medicinal knowledge. How many of you folks here knew that Native people are the inventors of the syringe, for instance? I bet most of you didn't know that. Or that we were the first people on earth to do eye surgery and the first people on earth to do brain surgery, successfully, might I add. So we are a very advanced people. We have one of the most complex languages on earth, and an ideal language if there was to be one spoken language on earth. Very physically fit, very long-lived. So some of the complaints from the English in the 1600s is that our elders were very old and hideous to look upon because they were very advanced in age. We actually respected our elders and thought of them as a gift and the maintainers of our knowledge and our identity and our understanding of things, because they are the ones that make sure that we are doing things correctly and are not afraid to tell us when we're doing them wrong. So we want to say thank you very much to all the elders here, and I want to acknowledge them. There are many people here more suited to speak on our behalf as a people than I am, but I was asked to give an introduction, so here I am. So we are the Wampanoag Nation Singers and Dancers. I hope you brought your moccasins. You might want to tie them tighter because we're going to make you dance, and here we go.
Today we're going to start off with a dance that we do a lot of, especially during our potlucks and different social gatherings such as this, and it's called the round dance, also known as the circle dance. So we do this because it's a great icebreaker, and it's very simple, and you just basically have to know how to hold each other's hands and keep the good energy flowing. So please join us, and we're going to make a big circle. And then we're going to just move our feet to the beat of the drum from left, then we're going to change direction and go right. In doing so, we're honoring both directions. So it's all about balance with a lot of things that we do, and a lot about honoring things, and especially we honor the circle with this dance, because most everything in our lives that is important is in a circle. How we see the world through a circle, which would be eyeballs. We don't have eye squares, we have eyeballs. When we're born, we come out through a circle. We live on a giant circle of our mother that nourishes us. So the circle is never ending, so it's always good. It always comes back. So this is the round dance. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. 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 Way, hi-yo, way, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Way, hi-yo, way, hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Way, hi-yo, way, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo. Hi-yo, hi-yo. Hi-yo, 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 hi-yo. Hi-yo. Way, hi-yo, way, hi-yo.
All right, left foot up.
like I said, we do a lot of these songs to honor things. And you might be asking, why are they honoring the mosquito? Well, you know, they have a place in this world. Some things eat mosquitoes, even though mosquitoes bite us a lot, but they are food for other creatures. So we do honor that being known as the mosquito. So when you join fingers, you're joining the pinkies, and the pinkies are those things that stick out of the mosquitoes that actually puncture your skin. So the pinky signifies that proboscis on the mosquito. So here we go, mosquito dance. Try not to kick each other, because you know what? If you keep on kicking your partner or you get kicked, that means you're going to get bitten that much more next year.
The next style of dance that we're going to do is what's referred to as the robin dance. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but in the springtime, when all of a sudden things start to green up a little bit and the weather starts to get a little warmer and you don't notice as much snow or frost coming, but more so that it seems like the birds are singing and the warm weather seems to be coming in slowly, you notice that a certain type of bird comes around with that red front and gray and brown back feathers, and they go hopping along, chasing each other around the lawns. And those are the robins, and those are one of the signifiers of the warm weather and the nice summer that's to come, and the good, easy living, and the harvest and planting times, and the berry times, and all the abundance times, right? The times when we start to go out and really seriously do a lot of fishing. And so it's the abundance time, it's the celebration time, it's the warm time. And so you shake off those icicles from the winter and you start to dance even more, and you start dancing outside of your big houses as opposed to dancing inside the longhouses or the big bark-covered wheat dews of our people. And so what we do is we go out and we dance, and oftentimes we dance like the mosquito. We dance in honor of these beings that symbolize many things, or care for us, or provide for us, or protect us in some way, or even just teach us certain things. And so the robin dance is a style of dance that we do to celebrate and honor that changing time, to celebrate those birds, those messengers of the spring and the easy times to come. So we're going to do a robin dance, and it's a really simple style of dance. It's a follow the leader style of dance. Usually it's a man-woman style of dance, so you kind of fall in line. But, you know, we'll do the best that we can. Usually you carry one of these guys, one of these rattles. I have a buffalo horn rattle, but there's different ones, gourd rattles and deer toe rattles and shell rattles, etc. So if there's any children here that made their own rattles, now's the time to bring it up and use them. This is your way to break them in a good way with us out here in this dance circle. So if you made a rattle, we need you to come up here and dance with it and shake it, get that shaker sounding nice. So we're gonna fall in line here and do some robin dance. For us as a people, we would actually spend a lot of our time, especially in the winter times and in the evenings, dancing and celebrating, singing, especially after feasts and during certain celebrations, our full moon celebrations, for instance. So every full moon cycle, honoring feasting and going through our Thanksgivings, our giving thanks time for the abundance of what that moon time and all the things that are gifted to us that occur in that time. It's our time to celebrate them and give thanks and to dance and sing and to really just enjoy that segment of time in Turtle Island, in our home, in our place of creation here. And so our songs and our dances that we're showing you now, these are just small snippets of those songs and those dances. We would actually be able to go sometimes for many hours with just one of these single styles of dances, just many times through many different actual songs, slightly different dance steps for each one. So Robin Dance could go 20, 30, 40 songs depending on who was leading them, or if multiple people wanted to lead. When someone was tired, another leader could step up and lead more songs. And so they can go on and on and on. Stomp dances like that, and many other styles of dances are like that. So
I guess we know what's next.
we have another style of dance. This dance actually helps to indicate and show you how far we actually did travel and how far we had trade and what we were aware of in our own lands here. Obviously, for us, we're in a colder climate. We have a nice long winter time, and typically you don't really see certain types of beings here. If you looked at this young man who came up to us, he very obviously indicated what he wanted to dance next, which is what's referred to as the alligator dance. And that would be a song and a dance style that came to us from our southern cousins or distant relatives down south. So people like the Tuscarora and Miccosukee and the Seminole folks and folks that are still living on their tribal lands in Florida and some of the southern swamp lands. And so alligators are not something that Wampanoag people typically are aware of or looking for when they travel the woods around here. But it's still something that our people were aware of and knew existed in this place and potentially even visited and saw when we traveled down south in our huge ocean-going vessels. So our Mashunash, our boats, some of those vessels being as long as 60 to 70 feet and held 40-man paddling teams. And so, we had some large vessels. We actually had bigger vessels than some of the early European ships that came here from England, Holland, France, Spain, Portugal, etc. And so I think we would be doing quite a bit of traveling if we had vessels that large. So it's actually quite well known. So anyway, we're going to do the alligator dance next. This is a style of dance where there's two people. We're going to need the folks that know how to do alligator dance to come on out here and grab their partner and start to show folks how it's done. But it's a fun style of dance. We encourage you to come on out and join in, grab a partner, get ready, alligator dance time.
Ball in anytime, folks.
each and every one of you, next year I need you to bring a friend, bring a family member, bring some of your community with you, because we want more and more people here. We want more folks to dance with us, and we want to celebrate this place, the history of this place, and all the things that it has to offer. So we always have beautiful weather, we have great dancers, great singers, great exhibitors, great artisans, and great food here. And Carol Lynn always does an amazing job pulling this together. Let's get a big, big round of applause for Carol. Thank you so much. Huge applause. And you can actually visit Carol if you have any ideas for funding sources or sponsors for today's program, because she actually works very, very hard to pull this together and even reaches deep into her own pockets oftentimes to help make this happen. So send them to Carol and send them to the museum here to support this if you enjoy this event and if you want to see it prosper and advance and grow bigger. So it helps to bring us here, the Wampanoag Nation singers and dancers, and we appreciate being invited here to perform every year. So, and we always enjoy the company and all the wonderful folks here at this celebration. So just something to think about and something to take with you when you leave here at the end of our performance. But we're not done yet. We hope that you still have your dancing shoes on, you're ready to get up and move around and shake in the old time style. So with that, what are we going to do next? I saw a couple of CC before.
CC? Oh, yeah.
CC. You guys know what CC is?
CC.
Oh, that sounded more like an ogre. No, it's not an ogre dance. It's you know, like flat. Yeah. Kind of duck. So anyway, we're gonna do the duck dance, and we hope you guys help us out. This is a cool style of dance. When the hunters actually work together, the men will actually partner up and they represent the hunters with their nets that they stretch out over the water and scare the geese into and catch. And so they can fill their nets up to take back to the community. And so the men represent the hunters, and the young ladies and the women will come up and they actually dance and they represent the duck. So the hunters, they're hunting the ducks, and the ducks are avoiding being hunted. So it's a really cool style of dance.
Oh yeah!
So the next style of dance that we're going to do, we're going to ask you guys to all help us out. We always end our performance with a nice big long stomp dance, so we're hoping that you guys will help us out with this style of dance. The stomp dance is, of course, a style of dance that we traditionally did as a way of celebrating and dancing for things that did not have and do not have feet and cannot dance for themselves. So we dance for the legless beings, we dance for the trees and the grasses because they shade us and cushion our feet. We dance for the medicinal plants because they heal us. We dance for all the things out there that cannot dance. We even do this dance for the elders because if you look around, there are folks all around us in society that for one reason or another are not able to dance, and so it is our responsibility to dance for those people and for those that cannot do it themselves. So if we dance, then the young people will learn to dance and move in that way, and the elders will appreciate it, and it will bring them back to a time when they were dancing. And so we dance for much more than just ourselves. So I ask all of you that are physically capable of getting up and dancing with us to do this dance, because we dance for more than just ourselves. So this is the stomp dance. This is the style of dance that was taken in and used by the U.S. military in their calling cadence and marching to train their troops. It was a good way to stay in shape. Although we don't run in place or run along, we just stomp along in a follow the leader style, and we will weave around and move much like some of those beings like the snakes that have no feet that need us to dance for them. So we are going to do the stomp dance, and we're going to ask each and every one of you to come on up and help us out, and also try to pay attention to the songs and help call the responses back to us. So when you hear us singing, try to catch on to the words or the sounds that we're making, the vocables, and help us out with the song as well as the dance. So here we go. This is the stomp dance.
Hey!